In the time of recording this video, the Premier League starts in 1 day, so I need to get this video out quickly. But in today's video, we are going to be doing Arsenal predictions. This consists of Arsenal, who's going to be Arsenal's top goal scorer, who's going to be Arsenal's top assister, who's going to be the best defender in the 25-26 season, who's going to be the best midfielder, who's going to be the best forward. We've got a lot of categories, as you can tell. Who's going to be the player of the season, who's going to be the young player of the season, who's going to be the disappointment, and who's going to be the most underrated player, and who's going to be the signing of the season. Lots of who's gonna be's. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you drop a like. Let's try and get this video down. I feel like it's going to do well, so let's go for 200 likes. I know it's crazy, we might not get it. You know what, I'll be happy with 150. I'll be happy with 10, if I'm being honest with you. But if we can get 200, it would mean a lot. It gets the video pushed down to the algorithm. It supports your boy so much. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Let's just get straight into the damn predictions. And I think the first one is so straightforward. Who is going to be Arsenal's top goal scorer in the 25-26 season? Now, we already have a lot of options. Bukayo Saka, he's up there, one of Arsenal's best finishers, but he's not going to be top goal scorer. Kai Havertz, he's proven to be a decent Premier League striker, scoring 10 plus goals almost every season until last season he got injured. It's not going to be Kai Havertz. The top goal scorer in the 25-26 season is going to be none other than Arsenal's new number 9, well, number 14, Victor Gyökeres. There is no doubt, one of the most deadliest strikers in the world. How many goals did he score last season? 54. How many goals did he score the season before that? What, 52? He's got 100 plus goals in his last 2 seasons for Sporting. Yeah, you can say Portuguese tax, but we saw it in that pre-season game. That header he did for that Zubimendi goal, the header he did for the Madueke cross, he almost scored a brace. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Victor Gyökeres is going to have a monstrous season. Hot take, I think he wins the Golden Boot. There is no doubt about that. I think he's going to compete at the highest level. He's going to score so many goals for us. Bukayo Saka, he's going to have a field day. Ødegaard's going to have a field day. I'm telling you right now, Gyökeres is going to be Arsenal's top goal scorer. Prove me wrong. Now, moving on to the top assister. This one, I said this in the Cannon Fodder episode. If you haven't checked out the Cannon Fodder podcast already, make sure you do. It's one of the best podcasts in the world. But we discussed who the top assister is, and I said it's time for a remontada. We haven't had that in a while at Arsenal, and I think it's fitting of none other than our El Capitano, Martin Ødegaard. He has to step up. He has to become Arsenal's top assister. This is his season where he proves all his doubts wrong. He had a stinky season last season, but we all know Ødegaard is much better than that. Ødegaard can show levels. We've seen it in the first season when he dropped that unbelievable numbers. I think it was 15 goals, 8 assists. The season after that, he got decent numbers again. Last season was a real dip, and we cannot accept that again, especially if we want to win some trophies. Ødegaard, you're the captain. You need to step up. We bought you a striker. You finally got your man. Now it's time to assist. I was about to say now it's time to score. Now it's time to get your assist up. Now it's time to get your numbers up. I don't want to see no more metronome passing. We already got Zubimendi doing that. I need you in the final third cooking. And that's why I'm going to give you top assister, because you have no choice other than to step up. Now, obviously, other real good options for top assister is Bukayo Saka, on set pieces. One of our most deadliest players, our best chance creator, if I'm being honest with you. He's definitely in there for a shout. Declan Rice on corners, we all know about Decker's his delivery, especially with Zubimendi coming in. He's going to be playing in that left 8 row. He's going to be playing really high up, so I can see him getting a lot of assists. But I'm going for Martin Ødegaard. Now, moving on to the signing of the season. Who do I think is going to be Arsenal's best signing? Yes, the transfer window isn't closed yet, so we're going to base it off the signings we already made. We have Kepa, we have Norgard, we have Mosquera, Zubimendi, Gyökeres, Madueke. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone else. If I am, that's pretty sad. With all those signings, I believe Martin Zubimendi is going to be Arsenal's signing of the season. You could also argue Victor Gyökeres, because I think he's going to win the Golden Boot, so it's going to be hard not to give it to him. But I think signing of the season, Martin Zubimendi, he's going to change the way we play. He's going to change everything about this football club. He is our Rodri. right? And seeing the preseason games, seeing what he's done for the Spanish international team, what he's done for Sociedad, I think he's going to be a vital cog in this team. He's going to be our metronome. He's going to be the reason why we win trophies. When Martin Zubimendi plays, we play better football. It's that simple. Now, let's move over to the positions. Who's going to be Arsenal's best defender this season? And I'm going to give it to Jurien Timber. Last season, oh my god, he was unbelievable. Coming off an ACL, the performances he put in, honestly, one of the most complete fullbacks in the world. And I think in the second season, he's already had a year with Bukayo Saka. The second year, he's only going to get better. He's only going to perform better. He's only going to, link up better, especially with Arsenal having much better depth now. We can see the best version of Timber week in, week out without him playing with an injury. So I think he's going to be being with a really good shout for Arsenal's best defender this season. Of course, Gabriel Magalhaes, you've got Mazu Skelly, you've got William Saliba, you've got Calafiori, you've got Beno, you've got so many options. Mascara, Kivior, you've got so many options at centre half. I mean in defence. But I'm going to go with Jurien Timber. Now, moving on to the midfielder. There's so many options now. I think that main three, any of them could win it. Declan Rice, oh my god, I am expecting an unbelievable season from him. I think he's low-key mastering that number 8 role, especially with Zubimendi coming in. I think Declan Rice is going to rack up so many goals and assists. That box-to-box role. Oh, I can't wait for the season to start. Martin Odegaard, again, I said he's going to be top assister. He could win it easily, but again, I'm going to go with the signing of the season, Martin Zubimendi, as our best midfielder this season. It only makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to go with Martin Zubimendi. Now, moving on to the attacker. Who's going to be Arsenal's best attacker in the 25-26 season? Now, we spent big on a striker. We spent big on a winger, Madueke. But it's going to be our Highlander, Bukayo Saka. I genuinely think he's going to have an unbelievable season. He's not going to get the most goals. He's not going to get the most assists. But what Saka will give you is both. He'll give me 10 plus goals. He'll give me 10 plus assists in this season, which is why I'm going to give it to him. He's going to have such a crucial season. I think he's yet to have his best season at Arsenal. And I think this is going to be his best season so far. But of course, Victor Gyökeres, he's coming in with a really good shout. Martinelli, yeah, not happening for you, brother. Madueke, I think, you're going to be really good for us, but not yet. But yeah, I think Bukayo Saka, he's going to be Arsenal's best attacker. And I've also given him the player of the season. It only makes sense. Bukayo Saka is our best player. So him having the player of the season, it just makes sense. Now, moving on to the young player of the season. We have so many options now. Max Dalman, we've seen this kid come through pre-season. One of the best 15-year-old talents I've ever seen in my life. He was arguably our best player in pre-season, which is actually kind of mental when you think about it. But I'm not going to go with him because I just don't think he's going to get the game time. He's only 15 years old. I think Arteta is going to ease him in. So I'm going to put Max Dalman to his side. He could easily win it next season or the season after. And it's between Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly. And I just think it's going to be Miles Lewis-Skelly purely because he's going to be our starting left back week in, week out. He's going to get more game time. Nwaneri, I think he's going to struggle a little bit to get game time. He's going to have moments. I'm not going to lie to you. He signed a new contract. He's going to get minutes, but obviously with Martin Odegaard being there, he's always going to be limited, especially because Odegaard is our captain. So if Ethan Nwaneri gets a lot of game time, I'm going to go with Ethan Nwaneri. But if that's not the case, then I'm going Miles Lewis-Skelly. Now, moving on to the final two. The most underrated player in Arsenal next season. Who do I think is going to be the underdog player? The player that doesn't really get his flowers, but is going to be putting in performances week in, week out. And that is none other than the brand new signing, Noni Madueke. Maverick Madueke. I'm telling you right now, it's going to work. In that left wing spot, I think he drops Martinelli. I think Martinelli, he's going to be phased out with Noni Madueke being that left winger. Maybe we can see that Rafinha or shout out the AFC. We could see that happening. But to be fair, I saw a lot of promising signs in pre-season, especially in that Atletico Bilbao game where he was really causing problems on the left-hand side. It was refreshing to see, and I feel like Arteta has a plan for Noni Madueke, especially on that left-hand side. He looks like he has a really good relationship with Gyökeres already. I think he's going to be so underrated. I think he's going to come up with some clutch goals, clutch assists, coming off the bench, even starting. I think he's going to he's going to have so much energy on the pitch. That's what Noni Madueke gives you, and I think he is going to be our most underrated player of the season. And I'm going to give you two, actually, because I think these are going to be equally they're just not going to get enough flowers for what they do. They're going to be pulling in the work, but no one's really going to give them their flowers. And I think it's going to be Kai Havertz. We saw it in preseason. I think he was really good this preseason. Loki, again, under the radar, underrated. That game against Newcastle got 2 assists. The game where he came on against for Victor Gyökeres in that Atletico Bilbao game, the way he was running, the running power, the bulkiness he's gone up to. I'm telling you right now, Kai Havertz will come in with clutch goals. He's going to come off of the bench and get us goals. He's going to win us games. He's going to give us a new dynamic that Victor Gyökeres might not be able to give us. Kai Havertz is going to be really underrated this season. A lot of people are already writing him off, saying that Victor Gyökeres, he's completely replaced him. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw both Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres on the pitch at the same time. Mark my word. Now moving on to the final one, and this one's a little bit sad because it's going to be the disappointment of the season. Who's going to have a bit of a stinky season? Who's going to let me down a little bit? And obviously there's a lot of options here, if I'm being honest with you. Martinelli was considered as one of them, but then again, I don't expect much from Martinelli. I'm going to go with Ricardo Calafiori. I think Calafiori, not in terms of performances, but his availability. We've already seen it a bit in pre-season. He's still picking up knocks. He's still picking up injuries. And I think, again, he's just going to have an injury-ridden season. And it's just so annoying. Yeah, we spent 40 million on this guy. Last season, we needed you. Yeah, and you just kept on getting injured. You were missing so many games when we needed a player like you to step up. You just weren't available. And I feel like it's going to continue. I feel like Ricardo Calafiori, unless I see something different, unless I see you can, really string together a long run of games, I'm going to put you as my disappointment this season. Not because of performances, only because of availability. Now, that rounds it off for my Arsenal predictions for the 25-26 season. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button. Let's try and get 200 likes. If we can do that, it would be so mind-blowing. But then again, I'm happy with anything. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe I'm saying that. As soon as possible. So your support means the world. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one.